All right, hi friends. Today we're going to work on a special Easter card for our families. But before we do that, I want to read you one of my favorite Easter stories called The Easter Egg. Okay, so we're going to read a story first and then we're going to work on those cards for our families, okay? Cheer up, spring is here. Time to start on my first ever Easter egg, Hoppy said. Each year, the bunny who decorated the winning egg got to help the Easter rabbit hide the eggs on Easter morning. Okay. Hoppy had been dreaming about being that bunny all year long. Now it was time to get started. Everywhere Hoppy looked, rabbits were working on dazzling eggs. I need an amazing idea, he thought. Hoppy spotted Flora Bunny planting spring wildflowers in her eggs. The Easter rabbit will love these colorful flowers, he thought, and started picking flowers for his eggs. Here's a basket for your flowers, Hoppy, said Flora. Chop, chop, scrape, scrape, Hoppy spied Buster Birch carving a magnificent wooden egg. I wish I had some wood for my egg, he wished out loud. Here you go, Hoppy, Buster Birch said, and he put a smooth round piece of wood in Hoppy's basket. Thank you, Buster, Hoppy said. Hoppy was hopping along when the smell of sweetness led him out of the woods and straight to the chocolate egg that Aunt Sassafras was decorating with creamy frosting, squiggles, and bows. Hello, Hoppy, she said, and she put some chocolate squares in his basket. Hippity hop, Hoppy exclaimed. I'll make the Easter rabbit a chocolate egg so sweet it'll make his whiskers tingle. I like Aunt Sassafras's name. I'd like to be Aunt Sassafras. Then Hoppy saw Granny Irene decorating one of her fabulous story eggs. First, she traced a design on the egg with a special tool. Then she dipped the egg in pots of yellow, green, orange, and red dye, adding to the design each time. Hoppy couldn't believe his eyes. I'll never make an egg that beautiful, he told Granny Irene. She smiled. Try, she said, giving him one of her special tools. Look how beautiful that egg is. Hoppy was hopping by Hans Vander Rabbit's garden when he spotted an extraordinary egg. Hans was painting a portrait of the Easter rabbit so real that he looked alive. Fantastic, Hoppy exclaimed. Thank you, Hoppy, Hans said. Why don't you make a painting of your egg? He gave Hoppy pots of paint and a fine brush. As Hoppy bounced along, a loud boing nearly knocked him off his feet. It was a whirling, twirling, mechanical egg. Whoa, Hoppy said. That's an unusual egg. Would you like to make one, Roberto asked. Hoppy tried hard, but the harder he tried, the more parts and pieces piled up around him. Thank you, Roberto, he sighed, but I think I better make the egg that is right for me. Hoppy hopped back to the woods and lay down under a tall tree to think. Making a beautiful egg is harder than I imagined, he thought. I guess I don't have to win. I just want to make an egg I'm proud of. Suddenly, the woods rang with the squawking of birds sounding an alarm. Mother Robin swooped down, calling wildly as if she couldn't decide where to go. An egg had tumbled out of Mother Robin's nest. Inside the perfect blue egg was a baby robin that needed its mother to keep it warm until it hatched. Hoppy knew what he had to do. He sat down carefully and covered the blue egg with his soft, warm fur. "I'll take care of you the best I can," he whispered. Relieved, Mother Robin chirped and settled down on her other 2 eggs. Hoppy never left the robin's egg. If it was sunny and warm, he carefully turned the egg on its nest of moss. If it was rainy and cold, he kept the egg covered and dry. At night, wild animals passed by. Hoppy crouched down and stayed hidden in the ferns. Often he heard strange noises coming from above, but Hoppy didn't run away. Every day the rabbits worked on their eggs. Tadpoles turned into frogs, buds swelled into leaves, and Easter came closer and closer. Finally, it was time for the rabbits to take their eggs to the glen. They had forgotten all about Hoppy, who was quietly sitting on the blue egg under the tall tree in the woods. Early the next morning, the rabbits waited for the Easter rabbit. Suddenly, a beautiful wagon rolled toward them out of the mist. There's the wagon coming. And stopped. The Easter bunny stepped down from the wagon and admired the decorated eggs one by one. "You have brought me the most beautiful eggs in the world. But a very special one is not here," he told them. The rabbits were puzzled. Whose egg could it be? "Fill my wagon with your wonderful eggs," he said. "When I return, I will show it to you." And he disappeared into the woods. Where do you think he might be going? Let's see. He came back with Hoppy looking scruffy and bedraggled. "Hoppy has an amazing egg to be proud of," the Easter rabbit told them. "He has kept Mother Robin's egg warm and safe until her baby bird hatched and she could take care of it." The Easter rabbit placed the empty blue shell in the place of honor atop the wagon. Now they were ready to go. So if you look, the egg hatched, and that's the one that the Easter rabbit is putting up on the wagon to go. He said Hoppy did the most important egg. The rabbits cheered for the egg that had surprised them all. "It's our best Easter ever, Hoppy," they shouted. Then the brave little bunny and the Easter rabbit rode off together to hide the eggs for girls and boys to find on Easter morning. And if you look, there's the little robin that Hoppy took care of. Isn't that a nice story? I love that story. All right, now on to our card for our families, okay? So I'm going to turn my paper a little bit this way. You should have this paper because I sent it out last week for moms and dads, okay? So we're going to work on this together, and then you're going to go and color the top part all by yourself, okay? I'll show you mine when I'm all done. So the first thing we're going to do, though, is when we write a letter, we always say dear, right? We've done this before. So we're going to write dear. D. Now I'm using my black marker so you can see my writing. You are using your pencils. E. A. R. Right? It says dear. 2-finger space. We're going to write family. What's that first sound? What letter makes that sound? Very good. F does. Now we can sound out the first part. Ah. What letter makes that sound? Very good. A. Very good. M. Fam. I. What letter makes that sound? I. Very good. Famo. What letter makes that sound? L. And at the end of a word, if we hear that E sound, it's going to be the letter Y. Dear family. And we're going to put a comma, right? Because we're going to take a pause there. Dear family. Let's write the word happy. Happy. Very good. And because we're writing the beginning of a sentence, we're going to use an uppercase H, right? What's that next sound? Ah, ah. Very good. App. Very good. The letter P. We're going to put 2 of them there. And because I hear that E sound again at the end of a word, happy, it's not going to be the letter E, it's going to be the letter Y, right? Dear family, happy. And then we're going to write Easter together. We're going to write uppercase E, A. Now we can do it. East. What letter makes that sound? S. Very good. S. East. What letter makes that sound? The letter T. Very good. East. And I need to put a vowel there, so I'm going to put an E. Easter. What letter makes that last sound? Easter. Very good. The letter R. Happy Easter. Now we're going to write the sight word to. How do we write our sight word to? Very good. T-O. And how do we write the sight word you? You. Y-O-U. And then we're going to put an exclamation point because we're excited. It says, Dear family, happy Easter to you. And then when we sign a letter, we write love, right? L-O-V-E, comma. And then you're going to write your own name. You're not writing Mrs. Rooney on your card. You're writing your own names, right? Okay. So you should have, Dear family, happy Easter to you. Love, Mrs. Rooney. Okay? No, love your name. Sorry, not Mrs. Rooney. Silly me. And that's exactly what I'd be saying in the classroom. Oh my goodness, not my name, right? It's from you. All right. Then what you're going to do is you're going to color in the top very neatly, right? Very neatly. Butterflies aren't going to be all the same color. I'd be saying the same thing to you in the classroom. The tulip and its leaves should not be the same color. Making sure we're coloring all the different parts there, right? Then when you're done with that, there was a front part. There was an egg, right? This is the cover of your card, okay? And what you're going to do is you are going to cut out this card and you're going to cut out your egg and you're going to put it on top and ask Mom and Dad if maybe they could staple it for you so then they can open up the card and it can say, Dear family, happy Easter to you. Okay? So then that way you can make your Easter card for your family, all right? And then you put it right on top. The cover goes on top and then the Easter card goes underneath, okay? All right. Have fun. Enjoy coloring that in and getting that ready for your families, okay? All right, my friends, good job.